Now, we've got a bit of stuff that we need to do. Namely, getting all of this sorted out. It seems that our robo-miner over there managed to entomb a couple of buildings. Let's actually get these on a 9. I really, really can't overstate how much I want the telescope set up. And how is all the gas... like, are we ever... It doesn't seem that we're ever accruing more gas here. Mind you, we're not really sending down a full pipe at any point, so it doesn't surprise me too terribly much. Temperature in here is generally rising a little bit. But overall it isn't the worst. Right, there we go. And let's get... Well, actually, let's put those in place for now. And then we can just sweep this out, I guess. I could even just dig down a little bit. Remove this, let it all fall down, and then seal it back over. Maybe one way of dealing with it, actually. The alternative is to... Well, no, we'll just set up a sweep command, honestly, I think. It's nice and simple that way. But I'm really, really happy with the overall efficiency of the sweepies. Clearing this out. Like, we're not having to worry about this pretty much at all at this stage. Which is actually very, very nice to see. Getting a few little gaps in our stockpile of natural gas, which is unfortunate. But, how are we doing down here? I could have petroleum being used as a bit of more of a higher priority. And actually, given how much oil we... Yeah, you know what? I probably should. Okay, so where is petroleum in the order? Petroleum is number 3. These are number 2. What's number 1 then? I guess it's the hydrogen is number 1. And that's always on. I could switch around the order. It's nice and easy to do. So this one is going to be bit 2. This one can be... Oh, well, actually, no. This one needs to be bit 3. One, bit 2, bit 3, bit 4. I need to swap around which one's which. This one will be bit 3, this one will be bit 2. So the natural gas will kick in only if I don't have enough petroleum to deal with it. Right now, these turn on infrequently, at best. But that's generally a good sign. I mean, I much prefer that than the alternative, if I'm honest. Right, this is now completely stacked up with oxygen, which is grand. Now time for us to break this down. I want a little bit of drywall behind all of that. Just a little. And we should be solid. Right, okay. We can finally, at ultra long last. Well, we can't. Well, I suppose we could, actually. We could set this up right now to start dealing with that. What's the temperature of the polluted oxygen come down here? Yeah, this is probably pulling the temperature down. It's either that or it's equalizing it with the temperature of the tiles around it. Yes, of course it is. Because this is hot. Of course. Alright, we need to deal with that then. Either that or just drill through. No, we sincerely need to get that sorted. We can't have this rock around because it is way too hot. And as a direct consequence, it is basically rising the temperature of this stone constantly. And we want to stop that. So hopefully we can get that done reasonably high priority. And we will also tunnel through there. Okay. Now that is up to 299. Hopefully we can continue to pull that down. It's now 2991. Yeah, that's just going to keep taking damage until we deal with that. And we're just going to hemorrhage. Disable auto repair. And deconstruct. We really need a higher gas pressure in here. You're definitely struggling for that. But since we can't even get this pipe properly... oh no, wait. Wait a second. It looks like we completely filled this area with oxygen. Well, that's helpful. For the time being, it's helpful anyway. Okay, that's not too bad at all, actually. And how are we doing with plastic? We're probably already full on plastic. Yeah, we are. So in terms of the CO2 coming down here, it's just a tiny little dribble. Not what we need. We need it to be a significantly higher amount. And this can be done as a low priority. Deconstruct that. That was to get the chlorine into this little area here. We're still wow, okay, we're sort of letting water in and sort of not at the same time. Why are we letting water in? That should only be true if... Oh... Dread. Just realized the error there. We want... we are going to need to move these around. You see, this is getting a green signal if this is true, which is not quite how we want it to work. Instead, we need this to immediately call for more. And if that activates, I need this buffer to send a green signal. This way, it'll stay on for a little bit longer, but this circuit won't have any effect down there. I was wondering why there was extra water being introduced. Oh well. That should be able to be fixed. This rubber miner is starting to come down in temperature now. Interestingly... Ah, no. I was going to say, one of the things I could do is I could actually have that there. We don't specifically need it. That said, it just occurred to me, I don't even need this built all the way over here. Because I don't need this robo miner to have the same sort of clearance this one does. The only reason I needed these ones so far spread apart is so that the scanner didn't get interfered with. However... Oh no. I have to fix that. However, this one doesn't have the same concerns. I could have built this over here. Save a little bit of room. And an extra auto miner. In fact, that one would have been permanently obscured and so wouldn't have needed any extra cooling, all of that. Hobbs, yeah, I could put that above the automatons. In fact, that's just what I was thinking about, and then I realized why I'm not doing that. And that is because I don't want this to receive a penalty from not being able to see the sky past it. However, this setup here is completely surplus to demand. Completely surplus to demand. I need to pull this whole setup back. Because the less robo miners I have to build, the better overall the system is going to be. So for the time being then, we need to immediately deconstruct this. And honestly, I'm going to have to deconstruct an awful lot of this as well. That's a bit of a pain, but oh well. It's my fault for building it in a silly place. We're going to need this done quickly, though. The faster, the better. I could use more mesh tiles. Oh. Oh, no, that is a good idea. I hadn't considered it. That is a ridiculously good idea. That is sincerely a fantastic, fantastic idea. And then I can have these in there to make it look like they're supporting it. And it all looks amazing. Oh no, why did that get damaged? Did they get hit by something? They may have. Either way, I need to move this down, sadly. Or further away. Well, I know those aren't affecting it, so it's probably safe around here. About there, we're going to try. Cancel the build project there, don't need it. Cancel the build project down here as well, don't need that. Yeah, the scanner looks through the mesh tiles because it looks through these ones. Basically, if it'll allow any kind of sight through, if light can move through it without being impeded, then the scanner can see it. Glass, incidentally, does not work for that. Because glass slightly impedes the light that moves through it, but mesh tiles, because basically if it allows air to move freely through it, then it's fine. Now, we may have to have 1 or 2 more cycles of repairing these auto miners, but that's going to be amazing when it's all done. if we're lucky, and get all of this built up, and we should be sorted. And then the only thing that these are cooling down is their use. But yeah, it sees straight through them without any impediment. Oh, that's going to be amazing. Yeah, that must have not quite closed on in time. It caused a bit of an impact. Let's get these made right now, please. Sadly, gonna have to build that up in order to get up there and strip all of that away, but that's okay. But that is a fantastic idea. Thank you so much. Take care, Losbury. Sleep well, mate. Okay, now we're just going to have to wait for all of the work that I've given them to be done. Come on, peeps. I mean, that one's almost there, but not quite. Right, we want one of these popped right here. Need that disabled. Disable auto repair. Oh, White Fang, thank you very much, mate. Hello, Angelfall. Right, there we go. Everything sorted. Right, I want these the next so that I can move this away and drop that scan penalty. It's actually not insignificant. The presence of this one is causing us to drop scan quality by a whopping 28%. Seems a little bit extreme to me, but what do I know? Right. You know what? I don't actually need it any further away. I can just pop it over here. Like that. You can have this come all the way up. And in the end, it goes in the right way. And as before, this will take priority in leaving for the telescope, otherwise it'll go fill up there. Now, does that see it? No. Perfect. Punk. Oh, White Fang, thank you so much for that gift. That was incredibly kind of you. Diolch yn fawr, mate. It was incredibly kind of you. Right, there we are. So these miners should now take care of all of that by themselves. That over there. Go ahead and dig this away as well. Might as well. Chop, chop. Need to get all this done quickly. Actually, at that point, I may as well just move this door back. Build that up. And then get rid of this drywall. That can just be an exposed section. This should isolate oxygen. And with that done, we can get rid of all of this. Absolutely all of it. It's going to dump a bunch of gas into the surroundings, but that should be fine. Actually, I don't want this one to be gotten rid of, because I want to just connect all the way through it. And that should do everything we need it to. I need that done rather quickly, though, because we have just shut down the cooling system. Hey, Casa. How you doing, sweetheart? There we go. That is so much better than what I had before. At this point, these miners are effectively completely protected. The only thing I need to be able to pull their temperature down from is their activation. And that is easily going to be manageable. Thank you so much for that tip. Because I've just been labouring in the most dumb of ways. Like a true derp. Let's build all of that out so that we can actually connect up there. There we go. And once again, want that done as a fairly high priority. And this one can be broken down. Right, are we back to 100%? Yes. Perfect. We need one tiny bit of gas piping done. And then at the very least, we'll be able to send gas into the coolant system. There we go. Perfect. Right. Now that we've got that done, we need to start deconstructing over here. All of this is now being stripped down, which is fantastic. And then we need to deconstruct all the way back to there. We'll continue building out a little bit of platforms just so that we can access this area properly. Oh dear. I may have... I dropped rather hot material onto the ice. And it literally just went straight through it. Oops. My bad. I am a bit of a silly sometimes. Also, a bit of a silly in the order in which I tried to strip this down. So now I'm going to have to get out there and pull that down properly. Oh well. Oh, really? You've now trapped yourself. Planeseeker, you are an extraordinarily silly sausage. You should be able to get back out. Okay, good. Alright, so with this then, we need a pneumatic door right about there. Don't really need a manual airlock at this point because it's not actually containing any kind of atmosphere, so that's fine. This does, however, need to be obsidian now. Actually, do we even need the obsidian down here? Probably not. Probably not. We're more than likely going to have to breach through on this side. It's a shame, but I strongly suspect that's going to be the case. Let's try and get rid of as much of this as we can so that we can actually get down there properly. We are going to need a little bit of ladder. And for the time being, that'll be fine. Go ahead and build this cross. The stations. Telescope will live right about there, I'm thinking. I could even bring the telescope all the way down if I really, really, really wanted to. And I guess there's no particular reason not to. Because then we could access it from the base over there. But I would need to make all of this obsidian as a direct result of that. Well, you know what? That actually isn't that bad of an idea. All that means is that I'm going to be able to walk down here properly. So sure, I'll just make that wall of obsidian. That'll be stripped away. I'll move these tiles across a little bit. Or in fact, we can keep that as is. We just have a pneumatic door there. There you go. You always get yourself into the most ridiculous positions. Why and or how? I take it you can't reach up that high. A little bit annoying, but I'll accept. I kind of know that they can't, so it's really my fault on that one. Aavak, have you considered liquid cooling for the miners? Drip liquid on them. As it boils off, the gas will go to vacuum and allow the liquid to be replaced with the new cool liquid. It should give a constant cooling effect. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, which is really sad. That being said, I guess I could drip the liquid onto a tile that has no drywall behind it. That's a possibility. Because as you say, the liquid would evaporate effectively. I could try that. We've got a lot of waste liquid around. Still, that being said, I feel that the waste gases are doing a decent job of it. But I will consider that one. I hadn't considered not having the drywall there at all and just having liquid drip down. No, I hadn't thought of that one. What happened to the observatory? We didn't need it where it was. I can happily have the observatory further away. So that's what I'm doing. The observatory can be right about there. As soon as they've removed these staircases. There we go. Pop that one in. Draw this out for the last couple of tiles. I think it was 3. Yep. Right. And then over on this side, we will need obsidian. And then obsidian all the way down again. That being said, I could have access here to that level. There isn't actually a reason not to. Because it's just a pneumatic door I need to pop in place. Then I can have a ladder on this side as well. No, I suppose the advantage with that is that I don't need that ladder, but I think that's okay. We are, however, going to need to replace anywhere where a shovel might be able to access with obsidian. Are we starting to accumulate? No, still not really accumulating anything in there. Not yet, anyway. Going in at 40 degrees, coming out at 11. Not bad at all. And now because we've got the extra drywall as well, that's now allowing the gas to linger a little bit longer. So we're able to pull a bit more heat out of the robo miners as well. That is actually a good point, Hobbs. The robo miners would boil off something like water. That's a very good point. It would turn it into steam, and the steam would just evaporate. Yeah, we could do that, but it's kind of hard to control when it delivers drips and drabs of water to the robo miners. That part's a little bit more of a problem, really. Not having the drywall there at all will allow me to just drip it on there, and then it would immediately be consumed by the vacuum of space. Certainly an option. And it would take very little additional work to make that happen either. Okay, this is now in a position where we can hook it up. But we also have a battle to attend to. Oh, hey, Wonderbot! Welcome, mate! Hello, everyone! What was Wonder playing? Ah, Slay the Spire. Has that received an update recently? Oh man, Slay the Spire used to be my go-to game for my own personal downtime. Cheese has been had. That does not surprise me.